Hey, what's good, everybody in the MMA kingdom? It's King JB. You already know what time it is. Just got done watching, peeping out UFC 131. Uh, I'm gonna start off. First of all, let me start off by giving shout outs to my sponsors, Mobsters Fight Gear. They do it big. We got MMA Madhouse. We got Inner Beast Sportswear. And definitely Full Guard Fight Gear. Big ups to all of y'all. I appreciate all your sponsorship. Make sure y'all peep out the MMA Affiliates Radio. Y'all know I do it Sundays, Thursdays, Wednesdays. You know how it is. Me and Jason London doing big things. Huge guests coming up this week. We got Hector Lombard. We got Antonio McKee. We got so many guests. Jorge Masvidal. We got them going and going and going. Chad Griggs before his big matchup this Saturday in Strikeforce. Definitely just want to thank everybody that's been supporting the MMA Kingdom. Y'all see the website is getting better and better each time. I definitely appreciate it. To the haters out there, keep hating, player. I'm gonna keep doing me. Anyway, as y'all know, I'm gonna be doing a lot of on the scene reporting here in Indiana on a lot of things. So a lot of things are changing in the kingdom, and I owe a lot of it to you, and I appreciate everything y'all do. Now, excuse me, I just got done smoking, so I'm a little bit slow right now. UFC 131. I said it was going to be a horrible show. I was wrong. It was actually one of the greatest UFCs this year. I thought it was great from top to bottom. Every fight had a lot of good shit in it, and so I'm gonna go ahead and start with a fight I didn't think was going to be that good with Michihiro Omagawa and Darren Elkins. Darren Elkins I had picked to win, but let me make this clear. Omagawa, in my opinion, dominated this fight. I thought he, from the beginning to the end, looked the best. I think he just did it throughout the whole fight, and Omagawa got robbed in this fight. So, unfortunately, even Dana White said, "I'm gonna pay the man regardless of his win bonus," and I definitely agree. I think he should. Omagawa kicked ass all night. So big ups to Omagawa, but unfortunately for him, he falls to 12-10. Exciting fighter, but not, obviously he's not going to be a contender anytime soon. Darren Elkins had a great fight. It just, I didn't score the fight the same. I thought Omagawa pulled it off, but we had this same jerk off judge all night. I don't know if y'all got a chance to see this jerk off judge, Mr. 30-27. He scored 30-27 in the Elkins fight. He did it several times in the Maya fight. The Florian fight. He did it all night long. And a lot of y'all saw it, and a lot of y'all feel me. A lot of y'all, it was just a fucked up judging night there. Joey Beltran and Aaron Rosa, man, this was a hell of a fight. I know a lot of y'all agree with me. This could have easily been fight of the night. It was just a great all together fight, and I was excited to see it. I think Aaron Rosa lacked. I think his size, pretty much showed us his size this time. Aaron Rosa usually is pretty solid despite being a fatter individual. He showed he was tough, but he did not show his actual ability. I don't understand why he didn't try to take it to the ground. He has great submission technique, but for some reason he just didn't want to do it. So I don't know what the fuck his problem was. Now keeping it moving, the prelims. Let me make this clear: the prelims was great. So anyway, Joey Beltran won the fight, and it was, like I said, it was pretty solid. Beltran, I believe, won by decision. Let me make sure for you guys. No, he won with the. Oh, that's right. He won with the TKO. Oh man, he busted him. He busted him pretty good too. But as we continue on, then we had Dustin Poirier and and Jason Young. Jason Young, man, them leg kicks look great. I don't know if you guys got a chance to check out the fight, but if you guys haven't, YouTube it, do whatever you got to do. Jason Young looked great. Poirier looked great. Poirier ended up getting the win. 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. I don't know. It was hard to judge that one. I don't know if it was a 30-27 fight, but that's what they called it. So anyway, so Poirier got it, and it was a good fight. All three of these first fights were amazing. Every last one of them. And right then, after watching the first three fights, I knew it was going down. The striking battle between Poirier and Young First of all, let me make this clear about Young, man. His kicks, I don't know if, god damn, his kicks was great. So big ups to him, big ups to that entire that fight, along with the first two. Then we got, Nick Ring and James Head. This was a good fight. Nick Ring ended up getting the third round rear naked choke. James Head looked real good in the first round, but he like tired out somewhere in the second, and then that was it. You know, he was cut, and he never gained back any kind of energy. But it was a good fight. He just gassed way too early. So James Head, unfortunately, due to his gassing, just didn't look near as good as he should. First round, he almost took him out. Let's see. Krzysztof Szynski and Mike Massenzio. Massenzio, this was actually one of the most boring fights of the night. This was the boring fight of the night. Scores were 30-27, 30-26, and 30-27. I agree that Krzysztof dominated the fight. I don't know if I would have gave him a 30-26 round anywhere in the fight. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Krzysztof wish he could have finished. Definitely looked good. So, despite that loss a couple fights ago to Stephan Bonnar, Krzysztof's still looking real tight. Chris Weidman dominated Jesse Bongfeldt from the beginning to the end. Stayed undefeated. His wrestling was tight. Got the submission win, the standing guillotine choke, 4 minutes 54 seconds. Looked real good. I told y'all before, Chris Weidman, I picked against him in his debut. I was stupid for it, and I'm not gonna pick against him again probably. You know what I mean? He just looks real good. So hope you guys enjoyed that so far. The final prelim. Oh man, we knew it was gonna have some sparks. But I don't think any of us thought Sam Stout was going to knock out Hughes Edwards like he did. I mean, Hughes Edwards was out cold with his eyes open and his legs shaking. I didn't know Sam Stout could hit that hard. Hughes Edwards, I feel really bad because he took a bad knockout too. It wasn't just a knockout. It was one of them knockouts that you're like, damn, I hope that motherfucker's really all right. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much how that happened. So big ups to both fighters. Sam Stout, though, with an impressive knockout. Expect big things from Sam Stout, obviously, in the future. So with that being said, the entire undercard just looked great. I mean, from top to bottom. Like I said, the Polish experiment fight was probably the least exciting of the bunch, but still had a great. I mean, it was great all around. So then we're gonna go to the main card. We got Donald Cerrone. First of all, Cerrone is always exciting. Cerrone is always good. He's always pretty dominant when he fights. However, Wagner Roca did not even deserve to be in the UFC. I heard a lot of people say it, and I agree. Cerrone dominated him in every aspect of the game. I don't even understand what Joe Silva or what Dana White was seeing when they decided to bring this man into the UFC. I'm just not. He gave Cerrone no test at all. We as fans lost out because I'm not a big Matt Wyman fan, but Mac Danzig fan, but not getting to see that fight kind of put us in a bad spot because Roca did not do well at all. But it was exciting to see Donald Cerrone do what Donald Cerrone does. So, with that being the case, now moving on, we got Dave Herman in there with Nemo. Wow, this was a huge one as well, and Nemo was kicking his motherfucking ass, and Herman kept smiling, and motherfuckers was like, "What's wrong with this weirdo?" Big ups to Dave Herman, by the way. You was on MMA Affiliates Radio from here in Indiana. I'm a big supporter. I'm a big fan. I hope you continue to do well. But Dave Herman, it looked like he was going out. It looked like Nemo was getting that, just giving it to him. He comes back with these knees in this right and just knocks him down, pretty much out of it, and then pounds him for the win. Everybody was going crazy. One of the best comeback wins I've seen, in a long, long time. So big ups to Dave Pee Wee Herman. He did a very good job. I know a lot of y'all agree with me on that. Mark Munoz and Damian Maia. Let me say this. Damian Maia, man, his stand-up looked great. I can't believe I'm even saying that. But he was dominating in the stand-up. Mark Munoz got a few cheap takedowns as the fight went and pulled out a victory. One of the judges gave it to him 30-27, which just had me this 30-27 Vic. I don't know what his problem is, but Damian Maia, do I think he lost the fight? It was a close one. I'll give it to Mark Munoz. I mean, I'm not upset at the decision that he won. I'm upset at the 30-27 part. You know, Damian Maya easily won round one, and I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. But you know, you just got some people that just love Mark Munoz, I guess. But the judges tonight, these Walmart workers, that's where the fuck they need to go back to, man. I don't know what the hell they doing. All right, moving on to the co-main event. Um, Here's the thing: Diego Nunes looked like shit because he gassed. Kenny Florian really didn't impress me. He took a hard shot in the first. He took a hard shot in the third. I think Kenny Florian won the fight, but not no damn 30-27, which happened again. You know what I'm saying? And so motherfuckers has just lost their mind out here in the judging, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Kenny Florian, here's my thing with Kenny Florian, man. He just jumps the division trying to get a title shot. He's not the number one contender, man. You know, Hiroki is definitely the number one contender. Uh, you know, if he's coming to the UFC, which all reports say that he's coming, that's who needs the shot at Jose Aldo. He's definitely deserving. Just because he hasn't fought in the UFC yet doesn't mean shit to me. Uh, but Florian, okay, what's going to happen when he loses this fight? Is he dropping to maybe the women's division? Perhaps is he going to eat a lot, get fat, and go to the heavyweight division? I don't understand. Kenny Florian, you know, he just drops, he just does whatever he can to stay in the title picture, and he's not a championship fighter, man. I don't understand why he doesn't recognize. I mean, I can't knock his hustle, but to the Kenny Florian fans out there that are like, "Hey, Kenny Florian, get off his nuts because he sucks." You know, Melvin Gillard tweeted that he sucked today, and I agree. You know, he's all right. I ain't gonna say he sucks because he's a professional fighter, but come on, man. He's not a top 10 lightweight, and he's definitely not a top 10 featherweight. He's not a top 10 anything. Top 10, I don't even know if he's a top 10 analyst. And, you know, on MMA Live. I don't see that. So, I don't know, man. I guess it's a big win for Florian. Good job, but I don't really see it. I don't see him as being a contender to me, in my eyes. Junior Dos Santos fucked Shane Carwin up. Period. He actually won the fight in the first round. For some reason, Herb Dean did not stop the fight. I don't understand. Because it was a 10-8 round, and he destroyed him, fucked his face up, broke his nose. Dos Santos is the best heavyweight fighter in the UFC. Everybody's talking about Cain. I love Cain Velasquez, too, and I can't wait for that fight. That's going to be a huge fight. And even after that, I'm looking forward to Dos Santos and Overeem. You know it's coming, and I can't wait. Am I saying that Cain Velasquez isn't going to win the fight? I really don't know yet. Give me time to do that. You know, I'll get to that prediction when the time comes. But Dos Santos right now, he's just on fire, man. He's great. Cain Velasquez is great. So we're in for a real treat with that heavyweight title fight, and I can't wait for it. I think it has potential to be the best one of all time. Shane Carwin, he looks sick going in, but I will say this: he's got hella heart. The motherfucker fought through a lot. So big ups to Shane Carwin on fighting through everything. I just don't think he has the ability to beat these real top heavyweights. He's all power. His wrestling even is kind of questionable, even though he's supposed to be a great wrestler. So I think that he gasses. He didn't gas today though. I will say this: I was wrong about that prediction. I said I thought Carwin would gas. You know, I thought Carwin would look like shit in the second and third. And actually, as the fight went longer, Carwin looked better, which was odd. But overall, it was a good UFC 131. Sorry if my video is not typically what it usually is, but I'm a little, like I said, I just smoked and I'm tired. It's been a long fucking weekend. But anyway, make sure y'all fuck with my sponsors, man. Make sure y'all mess with me at MMA Kingdom over there on Facebook. Hit me up on Twitter, whatever, man. Appreciate everybody out there that pays attention to my videos, listens to MMA Affiliates Radio. We got Hector Lombard coming on soon, too. We got a lot of big guests. Like I said, we got a huge list of guests. Go to Facebook, check them out. Anyways, we off here, man. I'm off here. MMA Kingdom, King JB, MMA Affiliates Radio. I'm out of here. Peace.